Right now.
This
So,
meeting is being recorded.
all right. So we're being recorded. Again, welcome everybody. My name's Tammy, and I'm here with Fearless Carolyn, and we're just going to do an impromptu kind of a interview style. And I've been doing these for quite a few years, and I always try to kind of launch a person once they join me, and especially in the high ticket space. I've been doing high ticket sales for the past 11 years. And so Carolyn came to me and said, listen, I am ready to take it to the next level. I'm ready to be mentored by you, Tammy. And so she's going to be doing the same for her people, which is exciting to know. And the thing about it is, you know what, you have a lot of knowledge. I've been getting to know who you are, and we had that great private one-on-one conversation in the Zoom. And I really do realize that, you know what, you have a lot to bring to the table. You have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge. So if you can share a little bit about your background and why you wanted to get into working from home, and especially now, people got to realize, the times are changing. It's safe.
They are.
It's safe to be home, right? Don't you think it's safe to be home?
Yeah, a lot safer.
Yeah, it's a lot safer. You don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to fight those crowds anymore. You're out of the corporate America. And that is amazing that you made this decision. So if you want to just tell your audience and my audience, why is it that you wanted to work with, the Fearless Mama and the Fearless crew, and we have a great community, and just kind of maybe a little bit, about yourself there. So I'll let you take it away.
Okay, great. I worked in corporate America for over 30 years and, did the 9 to 5, did the commute, did the office, did the whole 9 yards. And to be honest with you, it was getting old. And I really was looking for a way to get out of the rat race, as they call it, and wanted to make a 360-degree turn and go off and get out of corporate America and use my skills as an administrative assistant for over 30 years and take it and use it in a whole new industry that I really didn't know much about, but was fascinated by as I was, watching people on the internet that are in the affiliate marketing industry. And so I did. I left corporate America and I decided to start with a couple of income streams. And then as I was going through those different income streams, I started meeting different people and started following certain people. And one of those people was you, Fearless Mama. And that's exactly what I did. I followed you for a while. And then I just decided, you know what, I really like this high ticket offer. I have 2 other income streams that I love also, but I didn't have a high ticket offer. And I really wanted to add that to my repertoire, to, my folder of, of income streams out there, because obviously you should have more than one. Right. So it has been a great learning curve. I've added to my skill set that I already have, and I find it exciting and interesting. And, the training is all there. And of course, I can always reach out to you also, but the training is there on the site with the company. And you just have to take it upon yourself to be consistent and persistent, to just go in there on a daily basis and pick one thing that you're going to look at, or 2 things you're going to look at, and take some notes and then put it into action. Wow. So I've learned a lot that way too. Yeah, exactly. So you really can just go in there and explore all the tabs and see what's in there, and then turn around and use it to start, growing your business.
Wow, that's perfectly said. And, and I'm sure, just like, like me, I mean, you were probably like investigating the company, because as affiliate marketers, I always see offers on a day-to-day basis. I have probably 2 or 3 offers in my inbox right now from people. And I'm just like, listen, this is what I'm going to ask you before you even go any further, because, and this is one of the things that we don't teach this, and I don't ever teach this as a lead trainer, but we don't go into other people's inboxes and just cold message people. But it's my opportunity to tell people, listen, I'm set. I've been with this company for 2 years. It's put hundreds of thousands of dollars in my pocket, just this income stream alone. So that's the reason why I recommend it. And so I told Caroline, I said, yeah, I'll connect you with one of the company owners, which I did that. You got to meet Jacob. And then Paul, he's owned it for 8 years. Now, there's been a lot of companies, don't you agree, come and go in the time that, you know, he's had this for 8 years. So, hey, we have bills to pay. We have things that we need to get done. I just had surgery. I have my nice little warrior scar. I tell everybody, you know, from 2 weeks ago today, believe it or not, 2 weeks ago today, I'm lying in the hospital and, you know, vulnerable to surgeons and people working all over me, you know, and I was like, just laying there like, oh, please let me get through this so that I can help people once again. And I can't believe the energy I have. I feel phenomenal. And so it's like, we're creating a ripple effect here. You know, we're creating that ripple effect, but yet we're using income streams that are solid, that we don't have to learn how to, we don't have to do, you know, trading. We don't have to look at charts all day. We can do what we want to do and just simply drive traffic to the sales funnel. And you're also a part of my Lead Capture Marketing Pro, which has a lot of different income streams. You know, I mean, not preset, but I'm saying it can hold all the income streams that a person possibly needs or has online. And that's the beauty of that as well. So yeah, so we get to the nitty gritty because a lot of times people don't understand, well, how do you launch a business? You know, well, number one, you should have a lead capture page. Okay. And so that's what we're going to share today is we already have your capture page set up. So we'll go to your domain name and we'll show people, we'll kind of give them the tour guide of what you have set up. So what is your, we came up with a domain name, right? The other day.
Right.
Okay. What is your domain name?
It's all spelled out words. It's liveagentscloseforyou.com.
The number 4. There
no,
it is.
The word for FOR. No, that's a different one.
Oh.
And then you, YOU. Yeah, they're very similar.
Whoops.
2 different.
Okay.
Let's see. Live agents close for FOR. Live agents close.
Oh,
close for FORYOU.com. That's for Exitus Elite. Yeah. The other one with the number 4 is for Digital Wealth Pros.
Got it. Okay. Whoops. That's still not going to it. All right. Well, you type it in. See, I've been doing this for 11 years and it's still not. You can Facebook it to me and I'll click on it.
Well, I mean, you typed it incorrect. I don't know that I would do it any different.
All right.
I mean, that is.
Well, and this is the thing. This is what I tell everybody is that with my capture pages, they may not look like, okay, fancy and have all sorts of, you know, ocean background and things like that. That's not really what people are looking for nowadays. What they're looking for
simple
is, they're looking for simple. They're looking for, hey, a cute, catchy headline, you know, something that will make them opt onto your list. And that's the simple part about launching not only a high ticket, a mid ticket, you know, we have obviously something for everybody, but what Carolyn did was she just literally, I mean, dove right in, you know, and that's the thing about it is you can start immediately making instant commissions. There's another company out there right now. And I always ask, well, how do you get paid? Well, the company takes in the money and then you get paid 45 days later. Well, who has 45 days to wait? I don't know about you guys, but I don't have 45 days to wait. So that's the reason why I've always chose this business model, top tier, member to member. But then again, this is my style and this is how I like to operate. And so that's the reason why I love to refer, you know, these companies. So, all right. So yeah, let's just see. Do we have anyone that has
it's coachescloseforyou.com. Coaches, not live agents. It's coaches close for you, all words.com. Sorry, I had another similar one that I used for another income stream.
Right there.
There you go.
Love it.
There it is. Yep, that's mine.
I was able to quit my corporate job and now bank 1,000, 2,000 a day from my phone. That's awesome without selling or explaining. So that's great. And that's going to get a lot of people to opt in. So, hey, this capture page can be launched all over the internet. So one of the things I told Carolyn to Fearless C today, we'll get it like everybody has a nickname on my team, you know, but what you do is you just launch it. So she can now put this on Craigslist, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo. Some people still use it. How am I saying that right? Vimeo. Solo ads. You know, the sky's the limit. Even postcards. You know, one of the biggest things that I like about the the training that we have, and of course, you know, getting back with you, is that you can show them the same system. And the thing is like systems really are successful. You know, what's the saying, Carolyn? It's like people fail, systems don't, something like that. Right? Because I mean, if you're not feeling good, and listen, I've made, you know, 6 figures already this year, not feeling well, from my bed, on my phone, and no one even knew it.
Right, due to automation, because of the automation, you didn't have to worry about it.
And have to worry about it. And have to worry about feeling good or being in a good mood or anything like that. Like a lot of that, right? Like a lot of the network marketing companies that are out there. It's like, oh, I can post an ad today and I can go through my 90 minutes of marketing, getting people through the funnel, having them listen to a 7-minute video. Boom. You know, that is it. But now that I'm back and I have my voice back, oh, thank God, literally, that, you know, that I was able to keep my voice. But the first week I didn't have it. People kept calling me and asking me, can I talk to you? And I'm like, that's why I have a callback team. So with both of these opportunities, we have callback team assists. So now with the top tier program, and if you're interested, like I said, get back to Carolyn, she'll absolutely guide you on this. And the thing is you can talk to the company owner. There's an 800 number, and you can talk to the company owner. You can put it on your sales page, and that's the other beauty that I love about this one. So
yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Yep. So yes, and I mean, and people can start very low too with it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then work their way up. Yep, come in where you can, and then go from there.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there really shouldn't be any reason why someone can't start, because there's a level for everybody.
Exactly. Start where you can. It's a very good mantra. And having that persistence, you know, just like you and I have a lot of that in common, because, you know, I would look at things like, wow, I mean, if someone else can do it, I can do it. And that's kind of what I saw. You know, I saw a simple system way back 11 years ago, something I could do whenever I want, wherever I want. Homeschool the kids. I've been able to travel around the country. We did an RV 2 years ago, and that was a really great experience too. And I could just, you know, and I've been in this company for 2 years and I'm just like, I plug in and I'm just, you know, and the updates are always there. And that's the other thing you want to look at, right? What do you think?
Yeah, you really need to just plug in. That it's that simple. It's all there. You just have to plug in and take the initiative and the time to go through the information that's on there. It's on there for a reason, to help you build your business.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely correct. I like the products are very important. Products, you know, like I said, number one is the company to me. Being able to speak to the company owner live if you need, you know, and he's great. And like I said, he's helped me with so many members. You always have to have that assist, because really our primary job is to just get the word out, you know, and it can help any business expand their current business. And I really mean that, because, you know, just like with my product, Lead Capture Marketing Pro, you can use it as generic for anything. And that is one of the beauties, because when you get an inbox, let's say, right, and everybody does, because that seems somehow someone went out there and started teaching that marketing method. When I'm like, hey, do you have a follow-up system for what you just sent me? Where's your email list, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like my email list. Yeah, and then a lot of people are like, they'll ask us, well, how much does it cost for you to run your business? Did you know it actually cost me $0 to run my business? Because I have an AWeber list, but I also get paid on affiliates that join my AWeber, right? So there's $0. It costs maybe my phone costs, my internet. And I mean, I literally run my business and it's $0 overhead.
And even if you have a cost, you can just write it off at tax time. It's a huge benefit. People don't realize.
Yeah. So many people are trying to figure out how to save money and how to cut gas costs and this and that. Well, start up a home-based business. You can write off that, you know, and then write off so much, you know, like internet, like I just mentioned, or AWeber, or, you know, any advertising. And you can write it all off.
All of it. Just keep track of it and present it to your tax person at the end of the year, and you're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And of course, we're not tax advisors here, but
No, but that is the way to do it. Just, yeah, keep track and present it, and they'll figure it out from there.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're on the brink of, what I call just really, I mean, some people know about the cottage industry, and some people, are aware that people make full-time living from the comfort of their home and home-based business. But I really think between now and the end of the year in July, if a person doesn't have their plan A, I wouldn't even call it a plan B, but this has to have a plan A, because you can always expand. Okay, you can have other income streams, again, because your home base is Lead Capture Marketing Pro, but you can, and then start collecting or getting into, silver, for example, or gold. I'm not huge into crypto, but there is some of my customers and clients that do use, this marketing system for their crypto business. But I just think that, especially, I mean, I'm going to be 55. Okay. So I like to have physical things. I like to hold on to stuff. You can't hold on to a lot of this, currency, the cryptocurrency, you know what I mean? So I like things like that are physical,
well, it's good to diversify. Yeah, it's good to diversify your different sources of income also, not just all the same kinds of things as you're growing your sources of income, but to diversify your sources of income too.
I agree. And to have the big ticket up front, and then to offer that possibly on your back end funnel or as you're building a list is absolutely possible, because you own that list. That I can't stress enough to people. And I even said that to you, if let's say all the companies that we're affiliated with went down for some weird reason or whatever, their servers, whatever, because I pay my own servers, I have my own servers fees, right? But I don't even collect anyone's leads. It's AWeber or GetResponse.
Yeah.
And so if you own those lists, that's how you're able to always cash flow and then get into other opportunities or other income streams. But the steps are still the same. There's always 3 steps, put up a capture page, send them to a, short presentation video, and then have that follow-up email. And that is the simplest business model, in my opinion, that's online. And
it really is 1, 2, 3 simple, and then have a callback center at your disposal. I mean, whoa. Yeah, it can't get any simpler than that, and any more automated than that. Like, that's completely automated. You don't have to talk to anybody if you don't want to.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's the perfect
talk.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm like squeaking out, like last week, I'm like, oh, man, I'm trying to leave voicemail or whatever. But like, if you literally can't talk and you had surgery, I mean, a lot of times people don't want to talk.
That too. Yep. So you can rely on, like you said, the marketing and the advertising that you have choices of, whether it's free or paid. There's all kinds of sources and directions you can go with that. So just make your choices, put it out there, and let the funnel do the work. And then the callback center will call your leads back and close them for you. And then boom, you get instant payment, whether it's, a mid ticket, a high ticket, whatever it is. So yeah, it's the perfect setup. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Wow.
I do. I love it. I'm so excited.
Videos, by the way, you're like a natural, well, thank you. And you're a natural teacher.
Yeah, I do like to I'm a people person, so I like to communicate with people, and I'm a huge communicator too. But one of the things I kind of miss about going into the office every day is the people, being around other people. But you can still do that with an online business.
Yeah.
You can still work with people, kind of like what we're doing right now. You can just jump on a Zoom with somebody or get on a phone call with somebody. So I do like the teaching and the training part of it too, and I think that's part of the value that we offer as we get involved in an income stream, is being able to turn around and then extend a hand to the person that just came in and, help them, answer their questions, sort of, give them a little bit of an overview of their back office, and then just let them go at their pace and know that all the information is there, and you can always reach out to me if you have any questions or need any further help. And I can't think of anything more comforting than that.
Yeah.
As you're starting a business.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
The support is important. Yeah. The community, your Facebook groups. I mean, anybody that comes in and works with me can get into your Facebook group too. And there's all kinds of training and information that's already there. Like when I first went in there, I was like, wow, this this is on top of the information that's in the back office, you know, with your income stream. It's just all the information
there, yeah.
And it's all out there for free.
Yeah. I put a lot in my Facebook groups. We have this one here, like you said, you can bring anybody in here, and I just welcome a bunch of people in here, you know, that are new to my group. And I always will say, hey, get back to the person that invited you in here. So yeah, you can absolutely, you know, bring people in. I was speaking with a gentleman this morning. I'm not sure who it was. Now, Pete, he had just joined. It was Derek, I believe. Now, and this is the thing, again, I'm very giving with my knowledge. And like you said, there's actually in my little files section in here, I'm going to point it out, but I have a lot of ad copy.
Yes. You know, I have read through every single one of those and taken notes.
Have you?
That I have in a folder. Yeah, every single one. And I had a pad of paper and a pen, and I took notes on every single one. So now I have that information at my disposal in my handwriting to just look at. I don't have to go in there and say, oh, where did I see it? You know,
wow.
So again, there's an example of just taking it upon yourself to go in there and glean the information out of it. And then now, boom, it's yours.
Yeah.
You know,
like this one,
there at your disposal.
Sales without speaking to a soul. You know, and this will happen over and over and over and over again, you know, with how you structure your funnel, you know. And I love the fact that we can create bridge pages, you know, thank you pages.
Yeah, the bridge page is amazing, system,
isn't it?
Yeah, the bridge page makes it more personable, so that the person who is thinking about joining you feels that they know a little bit about you.
Correct.
And that you're someone that they want to work with. And that's very comforting to people too, you know, that like, know, and trust. Is that somebody that I want to be in business with?
Exactly.
You know, is that somebody that I feel like I would, you know, enjoy working with? So, you know, the capture page leading into the branding page, leading into the landing page. I mean, just a phenomenal funnel system that really does all the work for you. You just set it up, and it's really simple, 1, 2, 3, and boom, you're ready to go.
Awesome.
Yep.
And that's the thing, that's probably going to be your next homework that I'll ask you. Hey, because, you know, obviously you signed up, had the weekend, and then, you know, so you've been busy, I've been busy, but then I'll be like, okay, do you have your bridge page set up?
Yeah.
So these are all things I always kind of, I don't bother people, you know, this is their own home-based business. I don't want people thinking or getting the wrong impression that, you know, I'm there every teeny little day. No, it's literally your own home-based business. Same with Carolyn, you know, it's her own home-based business. She can work at, but boy, are you fast at learning. That's all I can say. And the thing is it's you're a student of learning, just like me. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, with having a parathyroid, I thought it was the thyroid that was in problem with me. And then I didn't even know we had 4 glands in our thyroid. I didn't even know that. I really didn't pay attention really that well in health. So I'm like reading up this whole year, you know, what does it do and what can it do to your body and all these things. It can cause kidney stones, heart failure, all these, you know, horrible things with high calcium in your body. So I didn't even know anything about that. So this year I've been packing this brain. I'm like, I have brain fog. I used to have brain fog. I don't now. Obviously, it's lifting, but that was part of it. I thought, wow, why do I have to have people on my team? Like, how come I have to ask them the second time? What did you just say? Like, it was getting to be really scary for me, you know? So that's why I'm like, okay, I was down. I'm back up, you know, type thing. And I'm ready to go. Just like Rocky. You know,
yep. You really have to be proactive. Yeah, you have to be proactive, and you have to. It's what it boils down to is that it's up to you. The resources are there. Your coach is there. You know, the support is there. The Facebook page is there. The back office dashboard is there. But you have to take it upon yourself because it's your business. You don't have a boss anymore. You're the boss of yourself.
That's correct.
So that means that you have to take the action. You have to be proactive. And it really is just as simple as going in and deciding what you're going to work on every day, along with what you already work on every day.
Yep.
So it's
all right there. Like a snowball.
Yep.
It's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah. Just like I said, that page that you brought up where I said, I've listened to every single one of those. Okay, well, that just added to my snowball right there. You know?
Yes, the files section.
Yeah.
And we even have a more detailed Facebook group that I started, you know, And it even has more detailed training, like how to set up
Yes.
your actual funnel, how to go into, Craigslist, how to post to Craigslist. And of course, my training has that, and you can share that, make $300 a pop. But yes, it has a lot more in the featured posts in here. So yeah, and they even and you can obviously create your own 10K document. I had recommended that you do that, but yes. And, and the thing about it is, anytime you get into these amazing communities, you want to, plug in, stick close, and just rinse and repeat. That's really honest.
Yeah, exactly. Replicate what's there, make it personable to you, and then just run with it, because you want it to be personal to you, because you want the person to know the authentic you that you are, and that you're there to help them, as they join you in business.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, anything that's in there, we have access to, and we can personalize it for ourselves. And so in a sense, a lot of stuff is already done for us. And we just have to personalize it for ourselves, and change the wording. Like, I came out of corporate America. My story is very different than your story. So why would I want to tell your story? I want to tell my story. I have a story. And I have a skill set, and I have experience, and, working as an administrative assistant in corporate America for over 30 years, I've worked with a lot of different people. So, I bring that skill set. Yeah, a lot of different people in a lot of different situations that, for a lot of different reasons. And they always rely on the admin to be resourceful and figure it out and be the glue that holds the team together. And, I want to share that with everybody. I still want to have that ability. And I still do have that ability, to bring that from corporate America. And you don't have to have a skill set from corporate America. You can have your own skill set as the person that you are. It can come from anywhere that, any kind of career that you're in. It doesn't have to be corporate America. Everybody's got a skill set and something that they can share with others that's going to help them, achieve the goals that they're looking for. People just want to know that they can trust you, they can know you, that they would like to work with you, and then you just be yourself. Don't overcomplicate it. Just be yourself, and people are going to be attracted to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like I said, and the caring part, I think, is really what people want to know, because there's been so many, not only for myself. I mean, I was desperate I think I spent 80 grand, no joke, when I first, plugged in the internet. Oh, well, look at this passive opportunity. Put in so much money, they're going to kick you back 100%, a month, and blah, 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 and all this kind of crap. And there's just so much of it out there. But after year after year after year, I still stay in this niche, because I'm just like, well, I can expand upon that if I want. If I want to lose 10 grand, then I guess, then I'll risk it. But I didn't have that money back then. It was a lot of money to lose, and it was a lot of mistakes that I made. And so it's just like, I boil it down for everybody, and that's it, and it hurt. I was just like, wow, we had just gotten through another whole fiasco with the Mexican restaurants that failed, and then, and then 15 home to foreclosure, and it was just a mess. And I was just like, I was determined. We're going back to that word today. When you're determined and your why is big enough to make you cry, and you want to stay home, and you don't want to deal with this baloney. I mean, look at what happened over the weekend. It was ridiculous. And if you're listening to us live, please give us some love and thumbs up and share the video, because we're on a roll today. But I mean, you want to help your family, and that's number one. So a lot of times the nurturing is coming out, right? So you want to help your family, and you want to say, hey, we can go on this vacation without looking at our bank account, or we can do this today. Or if I have to have a surgery that cost me $20,000, I think it was $30,000, then I can get that done. See what I mean? Like, money is like literally oxygen. And if you don't have it, flowing through, your bank account. I'm just getting a text. I was trying to in a phone call. If you don't have that stuff, and money is very important. If the person tells me anymore that money doesn't matter, well, then you can look at my throat, my scar.
Oh, money matters.
Matters.
Money matters. Yeah. And family comes first. For me, it was a family reason too, with an elderly mother, that I didn't want to go back into the office, since the pandemic, and be away from her physically. So that was important, since I've been working from home for 2 years anyway as part of corporate America. I might as well continue to work from home and then just leave corporate America and find something else to, replace my income. So that's what enticed me with not only the other two income streams that I have, but then of course adding the high ticket income stream to it too.
Yep.
I think it really diversifies my portfolio of income streams and gives me a good range and diversity of what I have available to me and to help others acquire and join in with me and use for their goals and what they want to do for their income streams.
Awesome. And there's a saying that I learned when I first started getting into real estate back, and I used to go to events all the time for mindset training. They actually worked 80% on your mindset and 20% skill set, right? But there was a saying that I learned from a gentleman, and his name is Marshall Silver. If you ever want to listen to some of the people that I've listened to through the years, and even when we lost all of our homes to foreclosure, our personal home, everything, we got wiped out. Okay. You listen to a guy named Marshall Silver, and he said literally, if you get everything taken away from you and you still have your skill set and you still have your ability, your knowledge, you can always come back. It's the same thing with me, a couple of weeks down or whatever. It's like, ooh, wow, expenses at the hospital, coming in and everything. Just take a deep breath. This is what I've always said. And the other things I used to take away from those events is burn your bridge behind you. Like a lot of people I know, they're just like, well, I still have a job and I still got to hang on to that, or I still have to, but if you want,
no, you don't. No, you don't.
If you really want to impact people, man, you're going to make so much more money working for yourself as opposed to staying in 8 hours. If you just took 2 hours of that 8 hours and just worked on your traffic and building your, and putting people through a sales funnel. I mean, in my opinion, I'm not giving out any, and making any income claims here, but I'm just saying that best use of your time, that's what he used to say all the time, is your best use of your time to me is high ticket sales. That's the best use of my time. High ticket sales.
And building your email list at the same time. I mean, it's really, they go hand in hand. I mean, you
really
can't lose, as you're doing your marketing and you're offering a high ticket sale or even a mid ticket sale, you're out there marketing and, free or paid or whatever you do, you're at the same time, you're building your email list, and that's gold, for follow up down the road and, having other, types of income streams to let people know of, that are on your email list, because like anywhere else, where you can lose your list, once you build your email list, it's yours. You own it. It's not going anywhere. No matter what systems go down out there on the internet, you're always going to have that email list. So it's nice to know that it's sort of a two-part go hand in hand, that as you're building your business, you're also, you can't even get away from it. You're also building your email list. It just happens organically. So it's like, wow, that's a benefit. That's a really great feature. But I really agree with the mindset thing. In fact, one of the posts that I made on my Facebook profile today was about mindset. Absolutely. I'm huge on mindset, and it's all up here. Don't overcomplicate it. Just, it's simple. It can be as simple as you want it to be, and it can be as complicated as you want it to be. So your choice. Your choice.
I've coached a lot of people, and they'll throw a bunch of stuff at me at once, and I'll say, listen, what are your worries?
Yeah.
What are your first two concerns? Because I'll be able to, if it's a marketing question, okay, I'm not certified, counselor or anything like that. But if it's a marketing question, I can typically walk them through it and say, this is where you're got a glitch. Maybe your AWeber is not set up correctly. Well, guess what? They have a great 800 support. Maybe your capture page isn't converting. Well, guess what? I have a great staff. You know what I mean? Like, or you need something with one of the companies, like, okay, then you contact them. But there's always a solution to every problem. It's just like when I was having problems, I'm so grateful to have found a solution this year. I had no idea again about parathyroid glands. I'm going to talk about that a lot. I'm posting that. July is parathyroidism awareness month. I didn't even know.
I saw that. Yeah. Who knew?
Yeah, now I do. But I mean, it's like whatever your passion is, whatever it is that you can, get through, and when you have that solution, isn't it like amazing to just find a solution to something? when you
It's a
find
light bulb moment.
it
It's a light
is.
bulb moment because having been in corporate America for so long, it is kind of true where they say they brainwash you. You sort of feel like that towards, the 30-year mark. And to be able to come out
Yeah.
of that and jump into a whole other world and industry that I really did, I had heard about it, here or there, but to
Mhm.
really dive into it and go, wow, I can take my corporate skill set, jump right into this and just run with it. Like, wow, yeah, it's put a
Yeah.
whole nother spin on my life and my choices in the direction that I want to go in. So I have no regrets or qualms of, leaving behind that corporate career. It served its purpose. I worked it to a dead end and said, that's it, done. Let's move on and do
Mhm.
something, with the skill set that I have built over all the years. And we all have a skill set. We all have one. You just
Yeah.
have to decide to take it and pour it into something else that you're interested in that can, provide you the income that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So that's really, really exciting. I thought my skill set was only going to be like I could only use it in corporate America. I didn't know that I could just take my skill set from there and use it in a whole nother industry. I had no clue.
Oh, I have carpenters. I have had accountants and factory workers and truck drivers. A doctor just recently
Yeah,
joined.
anyone.
Dentist, anyone that can
Yeah.
copy and paste.
Yes, it's
Basically,
very true. It's very
on the
true. And I'm not
computer.
technical. And you've said that you're
Not
not
technical.
technical. It doesn't matter. Is it a little scary at first, with the technical kind of, but it's so simple down. It's so watered down, and you've made it so simple that even someone like me who, had huge trepidations of doing technical stuff, I've been patting myself on the back a lot. Like, wow, look at
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Wow, you did that, and it
Yes.
wasn't as hard or as bad as you thought it was. And that's been a revelation and a light bulb moment too. It's like, wow, I can really do this.
Yep.
I can really do this.
Yeah.
I don't have to make it hard. It really is simple.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you can work at your own pace. You can make as much
Yep.
as you want. And that's one of the other things I wanted to talk this with this interview that we're doing. So like with your corporate job, weren't you like capped at a certain
Yep.
level,
Yep.
right? You couldn't make any more.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yep. And they
here,
pigeonhole you too. Yeah, they pigeonhole you into a job title and you can't get out of it.
wow. With here, you can make as much money as you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always striving to be on the leaderboards. Now I got you as competition. So it's like you're gonna
Watch
be
out.
right there alongside of me on the leaderboards. And
Exactly.
that's one of the beautiful parts about this is there's no ceiling, what they call the glass ceiling for a lot of women. And we get frustrated because we're like, well, wait, I want that nice car, or I want that, like the materialistic things don't matter to me. It's really the health lately and always has
Sure.
on my
Absolutely.
journey. But I'm just like, but you can do whatever you want to do with the money and
Hmm.
and the time freedom and to be able to,
Right.
we went up north this weekend, went to a lake, went to a, like a rodeo style thing. So it's like, I didn't have to worry about today. I was
No,
like, okay,
no.
yeah, I'm gonna pick on and let's do a live, today. So I mean, like you can do whatever you want to do, it's
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
like,
Exactly. And you can say goodbye to that, that just barely cost of living raise that you got in corporate America that was really a joke. So if you want a raise, give yourself a raise.
yeah,
Give
I was
yourself
gonna
you
say,
can
when did
give
they give
yourself
you
a raise.
raises? When did they give you raises? Was it like,
Once a year. Once a year. Once a year, and it was paltry. So yeah, it's nice to know that on any given day I can give myself a raise. I have the ability and the capability to give myself a raise on any given day. Talk
hey,
about freedom. Talk about freedom. Yeah, no glass ceiling, none whatsoever. Absolutely.
it's
But you
awesome.
have to put in the work too. I mean, let's be real here. But like I said, as long as you don't overcomplicate it, the work isn't insurmountable. It's really quite simple. And you just have to decide how much time you want to devote to it and what your goals are and match the two together. Like you can't have a really big goal and then do hardly any work. I mean, obviously you have to do the work and have it match the goal. And then you just take stair steps from there, one step at a time. You don't need to look at the whole staircase, just one step at a time.
That's exactly how to launch. You just said it. You got to get in, you got to set up your funnels. We call them funnels, capture page, sales page, but it's a funnel. And that's all you got to do is just get people through this funnel. It's probably the easiest business model I've ever. We owned restaurants, man. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. We had to open the door. People had to come through. They had to purchase.
Yep. Yep. It's
we're
true.
in a business, so I had to do all these. My God, I opened up. Trying to think what I went to the Chamber of Commerce. I had like a ceremony. I don't know if you can hear my bulldog. She's snoring below me, by the way. But I had to do all those things.
Not with this business.
Oh, now
You
with
just
this
sit in front of your computer. 1, 2, 3, done, ready to go. Just get out there and market however you want to do that. Like I said, from free organic to paid and everything in between. And all the training is there. You have videos on everything. All the information is there. You just need to tap into it and actually take action with it and put it into use.
I agree.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, your email list is growing, whether you want it to or not. It's going to grow because your capture page is going to capture people's email addresses. Boom, just like that. They enter their email address. Now it's yours. You own it. It's kind of laughable.
Whether you want them to or not. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But it's kind of fun to see the email list grow, though. I have to say, it's fun to watch the numbers and see the list grow because that's important.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, let's. You have any final thoughts, or I'm gonna make sure that you just recording, and then you can put it on your social media.
One of my hashtags whenever I do a post on my Facebook is hashtag make the decision to do it now. It really just comes down to that, kind of like Nike, just do it.
Yeah, I have one of those shirts I wear a lot.
Exactly. So make the decision to do it now, kind of in your face. Like if you've been thinking about it, just do it. And I was guilty of that too. I lurked around, watched and followed and this and that and on and on. And finally I was like, you know what? Just do it. Just do it. And everything else will come after that. And just take it step by step so you don't feel overwhelmed, because you can get overwhelmed if you let yourself. But if you just take one step at a time, breathe, plug in, stay in touch with your coach. We're here to help you. The call center is going to do most of the work. The funnel is going to do the rest of the work. You really just have to focus on marketing and growing your email list. Really, everything else is done for you through the call center and the funnel. So it can't be any simpler than that. But really, my final words are literally just make the decision to do it now. If you've been thinking about doing something else and adding to your income stream, which has become mandatory these days and going forward, you must add to your income streams and not just have one. Then you really just need to make the decision that's best for you and just go forward with it. We're waiting for you. We're here to help you.
I love it.
You just have to want to do it.
Exactly.
It's exciting. I'm really excited.
That's perfect. Yeah, we need to start doing Zooms for the community once a week again. I was doing those every single Monday, and then all of a sudden that hit me, and I'm like,
yep.
Well, okay. So we're looking for leaders. People can do their own Zooms if they want, or or jump on Zooms with us. But yeah, that's exactly. Yep. That's the beauty of it, income kept coming in for me. And it was just nice to be able to know that, even when you're down and in the hospital, I was like,
yeah, absolutely. Because life is real and life does happen and can change at a moment's notice. So it's nice to know that it's one less thing you have to worry about if something like that happens for you.
That's correct.
That it will run on automation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I ran like a 200 click on Sunday, like I wanted to see, hey, can I do this while I'm in the surgery? And sure enough, the next day I looked, I'm like, oh, I got some cash apps and I got payments and all this kind of stuff happening.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think you were posting about that when you were still in your hospital bed. I was. There you go. That's proof right there. Proof. Real life proof. Yeah, that it's on automation. So, or even, hey, I was out to dinner and, an $800 sale came in, so that's the beauty of it. You can actually have a life. You
can have a life and still, but still have this coming in.
The passive income will come in. Yeah. And most of the work is done for you. And then you just have to do the rest of it, which isn't much, to be honest. Yep. It really isn't. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just stay consistent and persistent and it will, you're planting seeds. You're the farmer, you're planting seeds and your crop is going to start growing and then it's going to start reaping.
Love it.
Yeah, the produce. So absolutely. So does it take a little bit of time? Yeah, it's not instant. No, the payments that you get are instant when they do,
Yeah,
when
you
they
don't
do
have to
come
wait
through.
30
But
to 45 days. I mean, that's crazy.
that is crazy. To get it instantaneously is pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to sow the seeds and reap the harvest, and that takes a little bit of time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to build a solid foundation. You don't want to build your foundation with quicksand. You want to build it with
True.
concrete,
Yep.
and
And
something
you
that's
don't
going to
need
last.
people to, yeah, you don't need people to, like that's a great point, actually. I love it. Man, we could talk probably all day. I mean, like literally,
Probably.
yeah, you don't want to like have, like get into something and then all these people are just thinking that it's just this, like 2 minutes they're going to make, plug into some system and then money's just going to start kicking out the computer. It don't happen that way. So you're right.
No, it
You
doesn't.
have to set yourself realistic
Yeah.
expectations, in order to move forward. Just like me, I thought, geez, last week I should be out running or walking again. And then no, actually I had to make myself and get myself
Yep.
set again, foundation in order
Yep.
to then, I took the weekend to just relax, literally,
Yep.
no inboxes even. I'm like, this is my time on the weekends, and just to get better. And then here I am today because I have that energy and I couldn't believe it. I slept, I think the first time in 7 months all night.
Wow.
First time
That's
in 7 months
amazing.
last night.
Yep. People have to do what's right for them, and they're going to make their decisions in their own time. They're not going to make their decisions on your time. They don't care about your time. They only care about their time. So as you're growing your email list and you're marketing and doing the work, those people, may come around 3 months from now or 6 months from now or tomorrow. You just don't know when someone's going to be ready. I think you posted that you had someone join you on July 4th. Well, that person was ready on Independence Day to join you and work with you.
Yep.
So was he ready a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago? Maybe not, but he was ready yesterday. And so he made the decision and he joined and is now, starting his business and working with you. So you just have to keep the realistic, mindset regarding it, that, if it's a real business, it's going to take a little bit of time to get going. There's no way around it. And that's okay. So
Well,
because it's get rich quick, then it's not real. That's not real. You don't want one of those. You say you want one of those, but you don't.
No.
You don't. You want to sow your field the right way with this, plant the seeds the right way, cultivate them, keep in touch with people, form that relationship, and then it will organically reap, the produce going forward. It will automatically happen organically.
It's true. Well, and we used to teach our mortgage brokers, like my husband, and he taught me a lot about the process and sales process and building that know, like, and trust. But when we had our New York State mortgage broker office, we would teach our loan officers. We had 22 at the time, right before 9/11. And then of course, 9/11 went down, it made everything go down in New York, but we would call it putting people in your pipeline back then. We didn't have websites. We didn't have people. We'd have to follow up all on a phone call all the time. Hey, are you ready to refi? Hey, are you ready? All the time. So that's how many employees we had to have because we didn't have an email follow-up system. Can you imagine? I mean, we're so spoiled nowadays. It's not even funny. Like when 100 people get on our list, we're like, oh, that's not many. You know how many phone calls you had to make? There's a lot.
That's 100 less phone calls you have to make.
Yeah, it's 100 less people you
make any.
Contact and pick up the phone all the time. Automation has literally changed my life.
Yeah, the internet is
the internet has changed our lives. I mean, I'm able to now not be in New York. I'm out west where I wanted to be and love.
It's infinite. It's infinite too. It's never going to be saturated. It's infinite.
Can travel all around the world.
Yep.
Literally
just get in
with
there.
your phone and your laptop now.
Get in there. Yep. It's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So like I said, just make the decision to do it now. That's really my mantra, my hashtag. That's my main hashtag. Just make the decision to do it now. Because sometimes people kind of have to hear that, to get off the fence. Like, you know what? Just make the decision to do it now.
Yep.
So
that's good. Hey, hey, if we get a lot of loves and a lot of comments on this video, maybe we're going to start a Monday or Tuesday hour with Tammy.
Well, there you go. That would be great. That would be great. yeah, just one more thing that we can plug into, and it's personal because it's on Zoom and you can see each other's faces and we're talking live. And, that really matters, especially now with everybody, working from home for so long now. I think a lot of people are affected by the fact that, it's very isolating, they're not around other people in person. It really does make a difference. So to be able to do a live Zoom, I think makes a huge, huge difference. And it makes it more real for people too. Instead of just seeing a picture of you, they're seeing you talk live. They go, oh, wow, that's a real person. Carolyn's a real person. Yeah, I saw a picture of her, but is that a stock photo? I mean, of course it's not, when I post one, it is of me and usually one that I've taken of myself, so no, it's not a stock photo. It's not one that I've had done professionally. I just hold out the selfie stick and I take a picture of myself, and that's the one I post because that's who I am, that's the real me. So, but video goes a long way.
The other day I posted one about the surgery, and I just had gotten the surgery done that night. I was like, yeah, this is very vulnerable. Okay, I'll post it.
Do it anyway.
People need to know that, I mean, life can hit you hard sometimes.
Life and that's literally positive.
Throw punches at you. And it's up to you to figure out and decide today whether you're going to get up or not. It really is. My grandpa used to say all the time, okay, the pony bucked you off the saddle. I grew up on a farm, but he's just like, yeah, get back up on that pony, Tammy, and you have to proceed. You have to get back up on that pony. And that's basically what we are about,
Yep.
Oh,
exactly. Yep. This has been so much fun. This has been great. Yeah.
I'm so glad that you said yes today. And, and the next time, like I said, we'll possibly, formulate maybe a plan for our community, once a week Zooms. It helps me, stay accountable. It helps everybody stay accountable. And I don't mind doing them again. So we can do that. Plan on it.
That sounds great.
Feeling better and stronger and every day.
Yep. Well, all we can do is go forward.
That's right. Awesome.
With a positive mindset. Go forward with a positive mindset.
Exactly. Excellent. So I'm going to end the recording and then we'll jump off, and then I'll hand you the recording so you can post it on your channels.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Tammy. It's been great.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for watching.